Hello and welcome to Raj CFO, where we discuss all things related to finance and economics. Today, we are going to talk about a topic that has been on everyone's minds lately, the possibility of economic recession in 2023. In this video, we will be covering 10 key points about the potential economic recession and what it could mean for the global economy. As well all know, the pandemic has had a significant impact on the global economy, and many experts are warning of a possible recession in the coming years. So, let's dive in and explore the 10 key points you need to know about the potential economic recession of 2023. Point number 1: the likelihood of a recession. Firstly, it's important to note that no one can predict with certainty whether or not a recession will occur in 2023. However, there are a number of indicators that suggest it's a possibility. For example, the global economy has been experiencing slow growth, and there are concerns about inflation and rising debt levels. Point number 2. The impact of the pandemic. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a huge impact on the global economy. Many businesses have closed, unemployment rates have risen, and government debt levels have increased. While some countries are starting to recover, the pandemic is still ongoing, and it's unclear how long it will take for the global economy to fully recover. Point number 3. Rising inflation. One of the key concerns in the global economy is rising inflation. Inflation occurs when the prices of goods and services rise, which reduces the purchasing power of consumers. If inflation continues to rise, it could lead to a recession, as people become less able to afford the goods and services they need. Point number 4. Debt levels. Another concern is the rising levels of debt in many countries. Governments have had to borrow heavily to fund pandemic relief efforts, and this could have long-term consequences. If debt levels become too high, it could lead to a recession as investors become less confident in the country's ability to repay its debts. Point number 5. Slow economic growth. The global economy has been experiencing slow growth for several years now. This is partly due to factors such as an aging population and slower productivity growth. Slow economic growth can make it harder for businesses to expand, and it can lead to job losses and reduced consumer spending. Point number 6. Interest rates. Interest rates can have a significant impact on the economy. If interest rates are too high, it can make it harder for businesses and consumers to borrow money, which can lead to reduced spending and slower economic growth. Point number 7. The role of central bank. Central banks play a crucial role in managing the economy. They can influence interest rates, regulate banks, and provide emergency funding to keep the financial system stable. Point number 8. Unemployment. One of the most visible impacts of a recession is increased unemployment. During a recession, businesses may need to lay off workers, and it can become harder for people to find new jobs. This can lead to increased poverty and reduced consumer spending. Point number 9. Consumer spending. Consumer spending is a key driver of economic growth. If consumers become less confident in the economy, they may reduce their spending, which can lead to a recession. During a recession, it's important for governments to provide support for those who are struggling financially to help maintain consumer spending. Point number 10. Recovery. Finally, it's worth noting that while recessions can be difficult and painful, they are not permanent. With the right policies,